couple days ago, I was scrolling on Instagram, as one does. In between posts from the dude that's building a 3D neon Jeep and more Cybertruck slander was this. What emotions arise in you upon seeing this car? Disgust? Fear? Curiosity? Personally, I felt a slight mixture of all three. I mean, I was kind of disgusted at the fact that some millionaire somewhere decided that he needed to channel his inner 4th grader in the Forza paint shop and wrap his brand new Ferrari in digital camo, and then decide to paint the brakes in camo as well. And as if that wasn't enough, he found camo fabric and just smeared it all over the interior. As a result of all that time and money invested, the new $1 million Ferrari now looks like the dirt hut I used to call home in Minecraft. Anyways, I was also a bit curious about what possessed some random European millionaire to put all that camo all over his brand new Ferrari. Oh, and since it was a Ferrari, I was also pretty curious as to how exactly Ferrari reacted to this little stunt. I mean, Ferrari haven't exactly been too pleased with other people that have customized their cars this extensively in the past. And this seems to be a similar type of thing as that Ferrari that one dude had a couple years ago. And if I remember correctly, Ferrari was really mad about the custom interior and custom badges, both of which are on this saying. So, with my curiosity piqued, I decided to look up who the owner of this abomination was. It turns out he also had a similarly modified 458, which might have even had more camo on it than the Pro saying. So how exactly does this guy duck and dodge the wrath of Ferrari's legal team? Lapo Elkin, the owner of the wannabe Hummer and the former owner of the invisible 458, is the grandson of one of Italy's most successful businessmen, who also ever so happened to own a pretty big share in Fiat, which, of course, owned Ferrari for quite a while. So, of course, he worked multiple high-level jobs at Fiat, but then turned into quite the crash out and ended up being in charge of the customization branch of a certain Italian supercar company after he got his life back together. Oh, and about that crashing out, I figured I'd elaborate a little bit. Lapo, when he was working in New York, he got into some interesting things. You could say he was in a New York state of mind. And apparently, according to a couple articles I found, he asked his family for $10,000 as a quote-unquote ransom because said he was being held hostage, but really it was just so he could buy, how do we say this? More magic potions from the local villagers. So now it makes sense why he was able to do all that to his brand new Ferraris while not getting any scary pieces of mail from Ferrari Legal. I mean, he was literally in charge of the tailor-made program at Ferrari, and his brother is the current chairman of the company. Also, this Lapo fellow now owns a couple of companies and seems to think he's some sort of artiste. I mean, some of the stuff he's done is most definitely interesting. However, it may just be me, but I don't really think I'd care to have a fridge that thinks it's Jay Leno, or fuzzy sunglasses. Hold up. If those aren't too expensive, I might just cop a pair as a joke. Oh my god! $200? Never mind. That's a hard pass. Also, this guy has a little company that customizes cars, and while I was expecting only the worst Mansory level garbage, like his personal Ferraris, I was somewhat pleasantly surprised, honestly. Like, I would maybe consider buying this Datsun if I had a little more to my name than $14 2-gram wrappers and a broken pair of AirPods. But there are still some most definitely odd cars on their website. Honestly, our new favorite Nepo Babies company has actually done pretty well, I feel like, with the car modifying thing. Again, I feel like his record as far as style goes is a bit spotty, but I would say those are Ferraris, along with the suits he wore, set my expectations low. Like, look at this! If he teamed up with the man in the yellow hat from Curious George, they could throw down with Ronald McDonald and become the new McDonald's mascots. And on that, I feel like I've yapped enough. So thanks for watching this garbage video. And if I don't get taken out by Ferrari, I'll see you next time.